Hi, everybody. It's me again, Charles Norman, Sports Solutions, LLC. We are the creators of AthleticSOS. I'll tell you more about that later in the video. So this one, we're going to call this one, Education is for Losers. And I know some of the titles are kind of clickbaity-ish, but I always bring forward what I'm saying here. And in this one, I'm trying to give you, remember in this whole series, there's 52 of them, only on number 14. I'm trying to give you an advantage over everybody else trying to get an athletic scholarship. So right, there's 450,000 spots for athletic scholarship opportunities to play at the collegiate level. And then there's maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, there's 8 million kids that play high school sports, but there's different levels. So how do you get that offer versus your competitors? They're all trying to do, they all got good grades, they all got great attitudes, they all got, they can play at that level, all this stuff. How do you get the offer? That's what we're trying to accomplish here. And so in this one of the things that coaches will say, and this is throughout society, people won't say the real truth. They'll just say what's polite, what you're supposed to say, what society deems okay. So conventional wisdom is the college coach. Maybe you got to the head coach. Maybe it's the recruiting coach. They're starting to call you now. You're starting to get some connection with this coach. And so one of the things they want to hear from you, because conventional wisdom is you talk about, hey, I want to come to your school, because they're going to either ask you or you're going to be showing your excitement about going to that particular school. And so your normal conventional wisdom is you want to talk about the education piece, right? Hey, I want to come to your school. You have my major. It's a great opportunity for me. I know I'm going to be able to parlay that into a successful business or job or whatever you're going to try to do post-school. And it all sounds great, but everybody's going to do it because it makes a lot of sense to do that way. But what is that coach actually bringing you there for? They're bringing you to play for their team. And college coaches will never say this, but they really aren't that concerned with how you feel about coming to the school other than to come play for them. So here's what you really want to do during that conversation. Don't necessarily say you don't want to go to school or anything like that, but you want to emphasize, hey, I want to come. I'm excited about coming to play for you guys. I watched you last year. I watched your game. I watched what you guys did. It was a tough loss. It was a great win. I'm so excited to be there. And then start talking about things like, hey, do you guys have a weightlifting program? If I go to play for you guys, are you going to bring me in early that summer? Do I take summer classes? How does it work? Because I want to get out there. I know I need to get stronger because I see how you guys play and I know I'm not ready there. Do you guys have a workout program you can email me? Is there a diet program that you think would be best for me? And then those are the kind of things. Now, it's showing that you're excited about coming to play, because I'm going to be honest with you, especially if you play at the D1 level, but I think it's for all the levels. You're going to school, yes, for you to get an education, but for them, you're going to play that sport. So if you get that in your head, you're going to sound more excited, not just as excited to be coming to play the sport for that particular school as you are to be going there to get your education. Okay, so that's kind of what I want you guys to be thinking about. And I think that's going to give you an advantage. In fact, I know that's going to give you an advantage, because that's what that coach needs. They need an athlete that's coming to get their education, and they're giving you the opportunity. Now, here's the other piece. I always try to go one step past what everybody else is thinking. When you go to college, I know everybody talks about it's all about the education and that thing. And I don't want to sound like I'm trying to tell you it's not, but it's not. You're going to cut. In fact, I can prove it's not. You could go to school for say you go for 3 years and 11 months and something happens and you never get that piece of paper. You never get your degree in your hand. How much value does society give you for that 3.5 years or 3 years and 11 months? Zero. You go to get a job. You don't have that paper in your hand. All that education you got was worth nothing. No one cares. No one knows you were close. No one knows you didn't get there. You still pay back your student loans. Everybody just forgets it happens. If you don't go back and finish up for whatever reason, then you just wasted that 3 years and 11. So it's not about education. You went there to get educated. Now, you're going to get knowledge from the school. So you can take that knowledge with you through the rest of your life and figure out a way to parlay that into something else. That's fine. But it's not about the education. It's about that piece of paper. And so you have to finish. If you're going to go, you have to finish. Listen to me, guys. Don't waste your time going just to play the sport. And then when you can't play the sport for whatever reason, or you lose your scholarship or something's going on, you don't go back anymore. Go ahead and finish. Don't start this and don't finish. Now, here's the next thing. The biggest thing you're going to have in your life is your network. That is going to drive how successful you're going to be. You can be average successful and have no network. You don't know anybody. You don't have any connections. And you can still go to school, get your degree, get a pretty good job, but you're gonna level out really, really fast. But if you go to school with the idea that you're going to get you're building assets. Assets is the most important, in America at least, assets, probably in the world. If you have assets, you have a lot of value. Assets, and then you bring value to a situation. And you get your network built up, the right kind of network, by bringing value. Now, you as an athlete, you already have intrinsic value, because what you bring is, what's the best way to put it? A spark. You have a spark about you. Things coalesce around you. You could find that person, that nerdy kid that's really smart, that kid that's shy, that introvert, even the kid that's an extrovert. You can say, hey, I got a game this Saturday. Why don't you guys come to the game, and then we're going to go do X, Y, Z. Or if you come over and bring your spark, your ability to attract people, that you do something special. Remember, I keep telling you guys, if you're a collegiate athlete, if you're a varsity high school athlete, you're special. Everybody can't make that team. Everybody can't make that transition to play at the collegiate level. You want to use that to get around other people. Do not go to college and hang around all athletes. That is just crazy. That is going to limit you when you move out. You want to move around the campus and go to the other kids that are going to be doing something post-college. Not that you're not, but you want to get around, and you want to start using your leverage as an athlete, that spark that you bring to these other people, get around them, bring them into your world, you go into their world, and then that is going to change your life. I promise you, it's going to make all the difference in how you move forward in this world. And so that is really, to me, that's what college is. It really is networking, and you're building assets. I don't like to call people assets, but they are. They're part of the assets you're going to get. You can buy property. You could own stocks. You can own a lot of things. Those are assets also, but people are the biggest asset, because that's where later on they pull you into something that you didn't even know about, or you go to get a job somewhere. That's why people join fraternities and sororities and things like that. Those are the kind of things. That's really what college is all about. The people don't like to say it, and there's a lot of things in this world people don't like to say, but that is the truth. Okay, so also remember, use AthleticSOS. AthleticSOS is the software that you put in your academic information, the sports you play, the level you believe you can play at the collegiate level, and we'll show you all the schools you academically qualify to attend that offer scholarships for your sport. And that gives you a list that you may not have, different from the ones where the coaches, the college coaches, are already sending you letters and calling you and all that. Yeah, you have those, but you want a set of colleges that you didn't even know existed, and you want those in your back pocket, because you're going to outreach to them. If somebody's already looking at you, if you have this other set too, you don't get caught off guard. Every year I get kids, thought they had it, they've been on trips, they're getting phone calls, they're getting letters, everything looks good, and then that school doesn't select them, and they end up with nothing by the end of the year. All right, guys, so you can use it absolutely no cost. Down below, I'll give you a code, I'll give you instructions for how to use the code. Please use the software. There's no tricks. I'm not trying to pull anything. I'm going to build something so much bigger than the software, but I want to make sure this is available for everybody now. I don't want to miss anybody. And so I've been giving it out at no cost, and everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I'm crazy with the plan here. So some other things I'm going to do. So you guys follow me. I'm going to continue the series on. We're getting closer and closer to that decision of the House versus NCAA, where I'm telling you college sports and how you get to play at the collegiate level is about to change forever. And I'm going to be on top of that. I'm working on it with the software, and I'm doing some other things besides that. Keep following me. I promise you it'll be worth your while. All right, guys. Talk to you next week. Bye.